Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the all-new Nissan Pathfinder Platinum. Before getting this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Pathfinder Platinum. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Jeff. And then on a side note, if you can save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 20 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 284 horsepower and then 259 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see that, well, it's pretty flat, not a lot happening, but it is pretty cool that this is green. And then coming down below, you guys can see the LED headlamps with the daytime running lights. You've got the Nissan chrome smiley face front grille with the new style logo there in the center. There's a camera just down below the Nissan logo, and then we do have parking sensors there at the very bottom. And pulling it all together, I do think that the Pathfinder looks pretty cool. Now, cover on the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 255, 50, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then really cool like design on the wheels with the silver on the top, the black below that. And then this also does have intelligent all-wheel drive. I don't know where to say that, so we'll just say it when we're talking about the wheels, I guess. We've got these cool fender flares here, and then you guys can see the bodywork there at the bottom. And then notice Pathfinder there on that chrome trim. And then you got the blacked out mirrors. Then we got more chrome trim there on the bottom of the windows. And you know, putting it all together, I think the Pathfinder looks pretty cool with this Platinum package. And then notice we got the crossbars there at the top. So this is Nissan's new style of key fob with their new logo. It's got the remote start function on it, the lock, the unlock, and the opening for the hatch. And then popping inside, you guys can see space here is actually really solid. And notice the third row is folded down, so that gives us even more space. You got those little straps that you can pull. So if I like lean in all the way and pull this up, then we can get the seat into place. You guys can see what the storage space looks like with the seat now folded up. Now, when you are all done with the rear, you can just press this to lower the hatch down. It also does have the kick feature where you can kick your foot underneath as well. Really cool taillights here on the back of the Pathfinder. And then we got all of our logos and badges. And then it was 4-wheel drive on the Platinum logo. I just realized I might have said intelligent all-wheel drive earlier. Hopefully I said 4-wheel drive. If I didn't say 4-wheel drive, I meant 4-wheel drive. Anyways, parking sensors there at the very bottom with the receiver hit. And then putting it all together, I do think that the new Pathfinder looks pretty snazzy. Notice the keyless entry. Now, taking a look at the door panel itself, you guys can see we've got the sunshade here for the rear passengers, and then really nice padding all throughout as well, and tons of storage. And then here are the seats, really nice leather, notice perforated in the center portion, and then you've got the controls here on the side to move the seats. Now, legroom here in the Pathfinder is actually pretty solid. You got a little storage pocket right there. And then notice we have our own climate zone here in the back. Heated seats as well. And then we got a bunch of charging ports down below that. And then you got some cup holders here. Tons of storage. Now, as for the third row, the seats actually still look pretty nice. Headroom's actually solid back there. Legroom, a little bit more on the cramped side. If you're wondering, headroom for the second row is really solid. And then taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the padding and stitching, and then down below as well. We've got all of our window controls here. Notice we've got our mirror adjustment function there with a power fold mirror function as well. Memory seats, and then the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then taking a look at the front seats, you guys can see really nice leather trim there, and then it's perforated in the center portion. Pretty cool. All of our power adjustments on the side with the lumbar adjustment as well. And then here you guys can see we've got the steering assist for the interstate, the hatch opening, and then that is for the heads-up display. So taking a look at the steering wheel, really nice padding all around, and then you got the darker stitching there in the center. This does come with adaptive cruise control. Again, it does have that steering assist too. Paddle shifters here in the back with that 9-speed automatic. Some controls for the center stack. Turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock. Now we have this cool digital gauge cluster here in the center. I can scroll through these different little menus here to see different bits of info on the vehicle. So really solid setup overall. But the next fun thing with the Pathfinder is the drive modes. So we have quite a few. We got a snow, we got a mud rut, and then we have a sand mode as well. And then we got an auto, and then we have an eco, sport, and then a tow mode. So I mean, it has modes for pretty much every condition. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. You guys can also see the bird's eye view as well because this has a 360 camera system. So if I put it in park and then press the camera button, Notice we got the front view on with the trajectory lines, side view as well. So solid camera system. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, you guys can see here with the analog controls for the volume and then tuner control as well. And then down below here for like a little shortcut bar. And then the screen itself, pretty solid with the overall response time when you press the different functions. Now we have our analog controls here for the climate system and for the heated and cooled seats, and we also have a heated steering wheel as well. And then notice we can also control the rear climate. You can also lock it out if you want. So I got some charging ports down here with a wireless phone charging pad, and then we have our cup holder section right here, shifter for that 9-speed automatic. That's for your auto stop start, turn off if you want, your parking brake, your auto hold, and then your drive mode select, and then in the center right there, you have your hill descent control. Really cool center console here, and that's the Pathfinder logo on it, and tons of storage space inside. And then look at the dash too. Again, that two-tone design throughout with like the brown and the black, really cool. And then here's the glove box, tons of storage space. There's a shelf above the glove box too, which. And then up top here, you guys can see sunglass holder, and then we have controls for the full panoramic sunroof. So here's a window sticker for the Pathfinder. You guys can see all the standard equipment, which almost everything is standard equipment. Base MSRP $49,870. There are some options added to this, like the captain chairs. $52,705 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off here, and I'm also going to turn the heat steering wheel button because hands are cold. Anyways, there's your visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring, and then throughout the rest of the rear, and let's set off. This is pretty cool. I didn't notice this earlier, but they have a bunch of these old body style Frontier Pro 4Xs. That's kind of neat. But anyways, setting off here in this Pathfinder Platinum. It's actually a really nice crossover, third row crossover at that. So that guy looks like a Viking. What the heck? That dude looked like a straight up Viking. Hopefully I captured that on camera. But anyways, ride quality is really smooth with this. And yeah, like going over the bumps and everything. Yeah, it does a really good job actually of just, yeah, absorbing everything. Seat comfort's amazing as well. Seats are really soft. And yeah, just the comfort's great. Heated seat function feels great. Heated steering wheel function also feels fantastic. I feel like my hands are starting to look like old man hands because they're so dry from all of the cold and the dry cold, and starting to crack and everything. So continuing along with the Pathfinder, what I am finding on my path, okay, that was horrible, cringy, is that yeah, this drives really well. It's just so comfortable of all the bumps and everything. It just does a really good job. I am so unlucky today. I think I've ran into this train track like every single time. Oh boy. Okay, going over the train tracks. Ooh, suspension's solid. Yeah, I do like the get up and go with this engine. It does a really good job. Now we'll see going over these next ones. Woo! Yeah, they've done a great job with the suspension on this. Again, I did have that new Pathfinder Rock Creek edition for a few months ago, and I was super impressed with it. That obviously has different tire setup and everything, but I think that Nissan's done a really good job with this Pathfinder overall with kind of the drivability. Okay, so we are going to get our acceleration now, and I suppose we'll pop into the sport mode for the acceleration. See how that goes. Woo! Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I love the 9-speed. It's the big benefit of this, especially over the Murano. The Murano still uses a CVT. 9-speed's so much better. So summing things up, I'm a big fan of the new Pathfinder actually. You know, initially I was kind of like, oh, the looks are kind of funky, but I've kind of gotten used to them, and I think it actually looks really good, especially like the rack on the top and everything. That kind of helps out with the styling. Interior is super nice on this. It drives really well, and I can confidently tell you that the four-wheel drive system in this is very good. I took that Rock Creek off-road, and that is the only crossover that's ever been able to basically make it through the difficult sections of my off-road course where traction is like a huge issue. And so yeah, the four-wheel drive system in these is actually pretty dang solid. So let me know what you guys think about the new Pathfinder. I do think this Platinum's probably the one that a lot of people like because, you know, $50,000 is a lot of money, but I mean, you're getting a lot of nice features in this, and compared to, you know, a lot of the other crossovers nowadays in this segment that are all like $60,000 plus, this ain't looking too bad. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this Pathfinder Platinum. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Tim Daly Nissan here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Pathfinder. Check out the inventory in the description down below. Ask for Jeff if you have any questions. I'll see you.